Hello, and welcome to Uncanny Contemplation, the most important show where one person draws and one person plays a game that's horror themed, and then we think about it really hard. Sometimes. And sometimes we just make stupid jokes about it, but most of the time we think about it really hard. I'm Poet Fox, and I'm joined once again by the Hobo King, Armadox.
Hello. How's it going today?
It's going all right. I got my glass of water. I've got my werewolf story to read. What more can you want, really? What more can you want?
Maybe maybe she'll finally turn into a werewolf this time.
That might be good. She still doesn't seem to have realized she's a werewolf, except for in her dreams. But that's
Where
okay.
everyone's a werewolf.
That's okay. Yeah, that's true. Everyone should be a werewolf in their dreams. It's true. If they're good dreams, anyway. Well, let's play this game, I guess. We'll continue. Chapter 2, logging. Alright, I love to cut down this forest. Alright.
Is that what we're doing? We're cutting the forest down this time?
Yeah, we're going to a logging protest, if I remember correctly, because the gays invited us, and we gotta go if the gays invite us. Day after. The next morning was full of sunshine and birdsong. Oh, it's great. Everything's going good. I could smell the heat of the afternoon building, those long, honey-like hours in late June when the earth isn't tired of its own work yet. It's crisp and pleasant now. I got up. Sat on my bed for a moment, letting my feet dangle from it. I find it interesting that it now says that we're in Hamid form. Up in the corner. That's changed. Also, we've almost maxed out our brave already, and the story's barely started, so that's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just some reminder. Bartek hates us. The forest is sympathetic to us, so that's nice. Because we have high rage, I felt angry. The weight of the previous day had coiled up somewhere in my chest and felt like a tiny merry-go-round gaining speed. And then there was the dream. Then I remembered the dream, the clearing, the animals in the sky waiting for me. Took a shower, ate something without really paying attention, and went out. Anya joined us. And this is because she likes us, I think. I think it said.
Yeah, I think the person we got coming along with us is still friendly.
Yeah, hopefully. Summer morning. We were halfway through the forest when I realized we were walking towards the logging site. Protests? Activists? Answers? Yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Because that's the only option on the map. Oh, look at all these protesters and stuff. Against the machines. But our rage is high, so I was so focused on my anger and the turmoil in my head, I didn't even care where I was going. When I snapped out of it, the sun was shining, the village was far behind me, I wasn't sure how I'd gotten there. Anya looked around. So what's the plan? So our options are to stop the logging. I had to understand my destiny, or I needed to find someone.
I mean, we're all about our destiny. That is our big goal.
That is.
The logging really isn't our problem, if I remember correctly, wasn't it?
I mean, we love this forest, and the forest loves us. Our two best friends are Anya and the forest, according to our character sheet. And the forest was asking us to strike back, I believe. So,
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess in that case, let's do what the forest wants.
Yeah, we gotta do what the forest wants. Let's stop the logging. Just stop this logging. I looked around. Because of our high brave stat, on my right was the ancient forest, on my left was the freshly torn clearing. Ahead of me, ruining the view, were huge logging machines and a group of people arguing in their shadow. Perfect picture of a battlefield, seconds before the first shots are fired. We can look at the clearing, the machines, or everyone.
Let's look at the machines.
Yeah, we gotta know how to break them apart. I'd never seen a harvester before, and I was shocked by the vile ugliness of the machine. There were 3 at the site. Their long metal arms were wrapped with black pipes that looked like glistening intestines or weird hanging sperm sacs. And they reeked like glistening intestines or weird hanging sperm sacs, I guess. The stench was dark, rancid, and putrid, yet none of the people here seemed to smell it. Not the reporters, not the police, not the loggers, not the protesters couldn't understand the clearing was full of that smell. Isn't that like a thing about werewolves and the Weaver in the apocalypse setting? I can't remember. Not the Weaver. Shit. I don't remember what the other god is. Maybe we'll figure it out. Anyway, I was a familiar face among the protesters. Kim was standing next to a vaguely military-looking white man who was arguing with Olga from the cemetery. The protesters were clearly conflicted. Because of our high rage, we can say, I had business to do. We can say, I wanted to know what it was all about. Or maybe I could solve the conflict, ? Perfect American girl. I guess we're not necessarily white. I don't know. We're descended from these Europeans. I don't know. In any case, very American thing where you just step into the middle of something that you've only known about for a day and say, I can fix this.
My favorite part about this is the person who brought us here, Baltac, whatever his name was, his family is the loggers of this. So not only did he bring us here, but we're about to ruin his entire family's ability to work.
I mean, he hates us already, so, you know.
Yeah, we've pretty much undermined like everything about him and his entire way of being. So, good going us.
Yeah.
What was the options again?
We can use our high rage to say I had business to do, or we could look into the matter, or we could just solve the conflict. So maybe I can solve the conflict. Maybe I can fix it.
I think if we had business to do, that's going to be like full-on domestic terrorist from.
Yeah, that sounds great, doesn't it?
View, right?
I mean, probably.
let's yeah. Let's try to solve the conflict. Let's not let a rage take us just yet.
No. We gained a point of analytical for maybe I can solve the conflict. I thrived in solving conflict, so I went closer. One of the police officers, young and nervous, said something I didn't fully understand. We could use our rage to ignore him, or we can let Anya handle the police officer and distract him.
Alright, Anya probably would be best at that, because if we do it, we need our rage for breaking these machines in a moment.
The rage isn't like willpower where we spend it. It's just kind of like a status that goes up and down.
Okay, stay angry forever.
It just, like, if the rage is high, we don't have access to low rage actions and vice versa. Does that make sense? Yeah, ignore this guy. Police are now unfriendly to us. Well, what are you gonna do? Tried to walk past him. He stepped in my way and slowly assessed me. Oh, he said, you're one of them, and then let us go. I then noticed that someone joined us. And then I noticed that someone used the commotion to sneak with us past the police, a girl with disheveled, bleached out hair. Don't worry, she patted the officer on the arm. It was an awful pickup line anyway. He recoiled. You shouldn't touch me, ma'am. We can roll our eyes or we can smile.
Smile. Let's try to be friendly with the cops again. At least until.
No, I don't think we're smiling at the. I mean, we're smiling at this person making fun of the cops. So someone named Pat is now sympathetic to us. Pat, some guy called from the clearing. Could you come here? I need you to show Ogo the chart. The chart. She sighed, reached into her backpack, taking out a tablet. And they're at it again, she murmured under her breath and winked at me. Coming! We went towards the activists. While as I walked towards Kim, I heard more and more of the argument. Olga, you can't, the man speaking with a strong German accent. Paul stood next to him with her tablet. She looked a bit amused. Do not fucking tell me what I can or can't do, Cornell. Olga interrupted. I can, because they're destroying our mother. I can fight with all the means at my disposal, even if that means burning those harvesters to the ground. A slender, green-eyed man was standing near her. He took a few steps back, went towards one of the harvesters, turned his back on us all, and pissed on the machine. Olga smirked. Aw, Daniel, you know how to bring the point home. He looked at her confused. Cornell raised his eyebrows. Burn the harvesters? Cornell asked calmly. In this drought? Olga, are you out of your mind? You know what I mean. We fight them any way we can, because this is a fucking war, she spat. He sighed. You've never seen real war, and it shows. Nobody's shooting at us, and believe me, we want it to stay that way. We need a peaceful protest. I approached Kim. Hey, can we talk? I asked, approaching Kim. Oh, Maya, darling, it's good to see you, they smiled. Maybe you'll be able to convince her. Oh, so I was to take a stand. I looked at them. Both. Olga with her fury and passion, Cornell with his cool professional demeanor, and shared, without any reservations, what I felt about the situation. Because of our high rage, we could say it's not a war yet. We can say peaceful wasn't flashy enough, or there was a fine line to tread.
No, stay angry.
Yeah, it wasn't a war yet. Olga's now sitting. Oh, this changed everybody's opinion of us. Olga, Lisa, and Daniel now are sympathetic because we want to burn stuff. And everybody else here who's on the other side is now Kim, Cornell, and Pat are all cautious of us because we want to burn stuff. And we've almost maxed out our brave. It's not a war, not yet. My voice rang clear in the silence, but they won't stop unless we make them. Kim shook their head and moved forward. I observed them curiously. Olga, darling, you know I love you, but Cornell really knows what he's doing. Please trust me on that one. They looked at her apologetically. Fuck off, Kim. You didn't even trust me enough to come here on your own when I asked you to. Lisa decided to say something. Lisa looked them straight in the eye. She had a peculiar accent. Kim, I want you want to teach me about violence? She looked at them straight in the eye. About fighting oppression just because your boss went to, one mission in Afghanistan? Polish was peculiar, kind of mellow. Cornell winced. Lisa, leave Kim alone. He didn't know what to say, and it seemed the whole discussion would be derailed. We can either say maybe that was for the best, or I didn't let that happen. We can't derail this conversation. It's important.
What are we doing? Getting into their infighting?
Yeah, like they're arguing. It's like I know war. You don't know war. I know war. I know violence. I'm cool. And the other person's like, you don't know violence. It's like,
Jeez. I like how we just met these people and we're already like judging them. What are we siding with? Olga?
I mean, we have been siding with Olga because she wants to crack heads.
Yeah,
but her girlfriend doesn't want that, and a lot of these people are kind of questioning. Cornell's trying to diffuse the situation and move to a different topic. So if we wanted to get behind Olga, maybe we would just keep arguing. I don't know.
I'm for yeah. Let's keep arguing. Yeah. Let's be that person.
Yeah, I didn't
get into the group and immediately ruin it.
I didn't let that happen. Yeah, Olga's now friendly, and Cornell is now neutral. Hey guys, the forest, the logging, the protest. Olga unclenched her fist. Cornell looked back at her and chuckled softly. You almost punched me. Conversation was over, at least for the time being. Cornell, together with his cronies, walked towards the reporters, while Olga went back to the group of people standing in the shadow of the old oak tree. I looked at the forest. Because Puteska. See, now I have to pronounce this again. Puteska. Looked at the Puzeska. Clearing full of felled trees was like a gaping, bleeding wound in the chest of a friend. My resolve strengthened. We now have a mission to stop the logging, it says. Let's see. Goal mystery. Yes. So now we also gain willpower by making moves to stop the logging, it says.
Nice.
Came in to stop the logging, and after what I'd seen, my resolve only strengthened. Yes, just like Olga said, Anya nodded, excited. What they are doing is unforgivable. We have to fight. I'm excited to become a terrorist and not actually get to go to the medical school like I was trying to do right before this. Right? Yeah.
The immediately trying to bring, you know, some sort of meaning to your life by doing the first thing that you come across.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I looked at one group, I looked at the other. The harvesters were dripping with black oil, and the forest stood tall, serene, full of golden light. It looked like it could protect itself, and then I looked at the felled trees, dead, limp, helpless. Okay. We have 2 locations we can go to. The protester says Cornell answers, question mark? Or the harvesters says Olga escalation. I think we want to escalate this. We're going for it.
We're already in too deep. We've done, you know, 10 seconds worth of it, or, you know,
research
thought, and now it's research, and now we are immediately to war.
As we approached, Daniel pricked his ears. I could have sworn they moved. Hello, fellow humans, he grinned at us. I felt Olga's eyes on me. She didn't seem to remember me at all. And who the fuck do you think you are? She demanded. She stood there with her arm wrapped around the waist of another woman. It was Lisa. She winked at me and mouthed, "It's okay." Because of our high rage, we could say we didn't care about any of them. We wanted to act. We can demand answers, or we can ask what the argument was about.
Let's get some, you know what, demand answers, because right now we're basically just kind of like doing this under, you know, the thought of two people's opinions.
Yeah, I mean, we had a dream where the forest was like, "Wow, you're cool. I love you." And I'm like, "I love you too, Forrest." I needed answers. Lisa said you could answer my questions, I shot back. Yeah, you're the young American looking for roots. She didn't look amused. Guess we have to talk. Lisa nudged her. See, honey, I told you. It's obvious. I looked at them again. Olga rolled her eyes. I had more time to look at her now. She was wearing combat trousers, sandals, and there was a small silver double-bladed axe hanging on a string around her neck. A labrys, a lesbian feminist symbol. She wasn't hiding where she stood. We can say back to the most important question. Why was she so jumpy? Or what was her plan?
We are an asshole in this game. Why are they jumpy?
I appreciate it. We're a totally different type of asshole than Jack Huntington.
True. It seems like he actively was trying to do the right thing for like at least half his run. We went to another country and are just like actively fucking it up.
I mean, we haven't fucked up anything yet, but I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Like we're definitely on the path of causing this entire region trouble. You know, they snubbed us. They don't remember us. Let's go with the route that like makes this a problem for everyone.
Oh, she's so jumpy.
Yeah, jumpy.
What exactly is your problem? I was already tired of her attitude. Let's see. Long company fuckers tearing my forest down. The German son of a bitch undermining my authority. The pigs waiting for an excuse. My problems are aplenty. She looked at me as she paused. Wouldn't you agree? Back to the most important question. What's going on here, I asked. Lisa said you could help me. Isn't it obvious? Her laugh was bitter. The Puzeska is under attack, and you came here to play your destined role in saving her. She seemed to believe it. We gained 1 willpower because of our destiny. I looked at her. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, just that realization that we. Oh, you know what? This all makes sense. We're fine with this. We're destined to save the forest. That now it's all tracking.
Yeah. I looked at her skeptical, but he seemed to believe it. I think it's supposed to be she, but whatever. Typos. They happen. The question is, she looked at me as she paused, will you do it? Olga said that because she's friendly to us. Before I could answer, there was a commotion, a change of mood. Olga stiffened and looked over my head. The police were coming. Officers, Olga said, hissing the words through her teeth. Ma'am, said an officer whose round face was adored by a mustache that looked like a shoe brush. Disperse. That's probably how officers sound in Europe. I got ready for a fight. I wasn't easy to intimidate, or I tried to de-escalate.
Oh, we are not de-escalating.
No.
Immediate fight.
Yeah, I got ready for a
We're
fight.
gonna get arrested in this. We're gonna get arrested in this country.
Hell yeah. I got ready for a fight. I've already been in one fight. This section of story is called Fuck the Police.
Excellent.
Disperse, repeated the officer. Or what? I stepped forward and looked him in the eyes. Their high rage. So we can look at the cops disgusted. We can brace ourselves to be beaten by cops with clubs, or we can falter and lose 1 rage.
You know what? We're gonna go on and cause trouble for the cops. Let's stand up to them.
Yeah, stare them down. Yeah. See their faces covered in sweat under their helmets. I can smell the stench of sweat from their bodies lingering in my nose and throat like a putrid, acidic mist. Crop reached for a megaphone. You are trespassing on private property and are a danger to public order. I could feel the adrenaline start to surge in my veins, and suddenly everything was calm and clear, almost peaceful. Must have moved, but I didn't feel it. And there I was, right in front of the officer. With our high rage, we can push him. We can laugh at his stupid proclamation, or we can claim the forest wasn't private.
I kind of want to see what proclaiming the forest wasn't private. Oh man.
I mean, I feel like
very short.
I feel like proper protest etiquette is you feel free to laugh at them and taunt them, but you don't throw the first punch.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think that we should push this cop and immediately get tased. Let's laugh at him. Let's jeer at the cop.
Yeah, let's do that. Police are now hostile, and we're inspiring. We gained some inspiring because our laughter is so inspiring. Who's this clown? I asked in the short pause when he was drawing breath. And as we know, who's this clown is one of the most devastating insults, because you're saying not only are they a clown, but they're not even one of the better known clowns. I stole that from a classic Twitter joke, but it's still very good and very relevant for us saying, who's this clown? Everyone heard. Someone laughed. The officer went red and then white. Shut up, or I'll have you arrested for disturbing the peace, he yelled. He took 3 steps forward and stood nose to nose with me. And then all hell broke loose. Well, we can't hold back anymore because of our high rage. I charged. I lunged at the officer, and when he went down, I started kicking. Because of our high brave, I didn't know what came over me, but I fought like a beast. I took on 3 armored cops, and I smashed them around like bowling pins. We can not notice backup coming and lose a health, or we can lose a willpower to look around and notice them coming, I guess. We do have 2 willpower.
How much health, though?
We are not hurt, so we have 3 health at the moment.
I'm fine with getting wrecked if it means, sending a message. That
Yeah.
willpower might be useful for when things
Uh,
get real bad and we
all
have to
right.
peace out.
We'll take a hit on the head. I didn't notice him coming. We got an achievement for fighting the police. Great. My vision tunneled, and I only noticed the reinforcement as they maced me. I heard harsh, menacing voices. I heard screams. I heard people running towards one another, the police crashing into the protesters. Some of them fought back. Some of them turned and ran. Some of them sat down on the ground only to be dragged away. I was blinded. Yeah, I feel like mace would be way worse on a werewolf.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My heightened senses. Oh no!
Someone suddenly grabbed me from behind. I tried to free myself, but I couldn't. I looked down at the hands that were holding me. Don't do anything rash, said Olga, dragging me away. You've done enough for today. I hoped it was praise. We gained a willpower because we helped the logging. And Olga is now loyal to us. We have earned Olga's loyalty by punching the crap out of some cops. I hope it was praise, not a rebuttal, but I didn't dare to ask.
Uh, we have. I like how we're the one that started all this, but we didn't end up getting arrested ourselves. But other protesters who had nothing to do with this ended up getting, dragged away.
Yeah, probably.
For the...
Glad the police hate us. Everybody, we have a lot of people hating us. We are definitely not third wayers. The ugly truth. I have no idea how I ended up on the way back to the village. My eyes were red. I had a runny nose. My throat hurt from screaming. In the whole commotion, I lost Anya from my sight. I was alone. Great. I'm sure we got her arrested. Sounds good. Or so I thought. Here, let me help you, a voice behind me said, and I jumped. A woman was looking at me with concern. What happened? We can say, I got maced. We can stubbornly go, I'm fine. I'm fine. Or we can say it's too much and lose a rage and probably, be frustrated.
Let them know we got maced. Maybe they can give us, milk.
Yeah, I got maced. I croaked. She went through her backpack, clearly prepared for such a situation. Here. She said, I have milk. See? You knew it. This person's ready to go. This person is, street medic prepared here. I have milk. You should wash your eyes. It works better than water. We started walking towards the village. We talked. Oh. The press is now sympathetic to us. We learned that she's an independent German reporter who'd come here about a month ago. Her name was Erica. So why are you protesting the logging? She asked after a few minutes of small talk. Because of our high rage, we can say it was our civic duty. We can say we're doing it for personal reasons, or we could just say, I don't know. Just seemed like the thing to do. I have no idea. Just like fighting cops. I don't know.
Well, I'm helping what? Logging? I was just here to cause trouble. No. Let's civic duty. Let's at least give the veneer that we're actually trying to do something.
Yeah. I haven't been here for long, I answered angrily, but I'm already one that Poland is ruled by a right-wing party who are total climate catastrophe denialists. I feel Polish, and I have all the right to protest. I looked at her, and why are you asking? She looked at me with renewed interest. Do you know why they're cutting down the trees? She asked back. Because you do know the logging is done by a government company, the state forests. Our response are the fuckers. But why? Or admit that we had no idea that this was happening.
Can this character that we have created actually be able to or say that they have or did not have all the answers? I think, but why? Let's at least get some information out of this.
But why are they doing this? I wasn't sure if I understood. Shouldn't the state forest take care of the forest was healthy? Erica reached for a notebook. It all started when the spruce bark beetles. Erica looked into her notes, started explaining the whole situation. That year's beetle infestation was of catastrophic proportions, and the foresters decided the only way to stop it and save the rest of the forest was to cut down as many infested trees as fast as possible.
We're stopping them from actually doing like proper forest or forestry.
I guess.
Of course. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good job, us.
We can say, was cutting down the trees necessary? But was the logging legal? Or couldn't they just remove the dead trees?
I like how we are now experts in forestry, having gained just the littlest of knowledge of what's happening here. Yeah, couldn't they just remove the dead trees? It's that simple, you know.
Yeah. Maybe if they remove the dead trees, the infestation wouldn't spread. I tried to find a solution. They might do that, but the dead trees are what makes the forest unique. Erica smiled. There are 20 times more species living on a dead spruce tree than on a live one. Okay, we can ask the other questions. Was cutting down the trees necessary, and was the logging legal?
Was the logging legal? Like we give a shit.
Yeah. But is the logging legal? I wanted to know. Opinions differ, but such matching logging in a UNESCO-listed area might be illegal. Was cutting down the trees necessary? Is cutting down the trees the only way to stop the infestation? I asked, confused. Fortune state this is the only way, she said. Some biologists argued they are cutting the wrong trees and doing it too late to change anything. Did they have to intervene at all? Couldn't they just leave the Putesca alone and let nature take its course, I asked? That's one of the options, Erica admitted, but there's a drought, and no one's sure if the forest would survive on its own. Another typo. Poor typo. It says there's a drought. And it's like, yeah, but the forest is just really drunk right now. Just had a few too many beers. Because of our high rage, we said, was infuriating. Why couldn't she just answer my question? And we can give into our rage and yell at her and say, whose side was she on? Or we can spend a point of willpower and try to understand her point of view. We do have full willpower right now.
See, this is now where I think the willpower comes in, because we are actively we should have at least the ability to think about this a little more clearly.
I mean, if we want to ruin everything, like punching the press who's trying to be sympathetic to our cause is probably a great way to do that.
Yeah, but I think that would immediately undo any gain we've gotten with Olga.
All right, I'll try to understand her point of view. The press is now friendly.
Cool.
I see that you're trying to show me the whole picture, and I appreciate it, I sighed. I just hoped there would be an easy answer. Just doing my job, Erica shrugged. I describe all aspects of the situation to you, but it's up to you to decide what you want to do. That's a tough decision. Shook my head. Why did the situation always have to be so complex? At least I was sure that they were cutting down the trees, and Pudeska needed my help. We can, with our high rage, we can say we don't have to explain ourselves. I can do whatever I want. Or with our high brave, we can say it's a matter of principle.
Let's go brave. Let's finally use that stat that we've been collecting.
If I asked you which side had bigger guns, what would you say? I looked at Erica. The government, she answered. And that's why I stand with the protesters. She looked skeptical. Not the only one feeling helpless, she sighed, but anger makes you see things in black and white, and the truth is always more nuanced than that. I didn't want to listen, so what was right and what was wrong? Or I said nothing.
Say nothing. That way they don't understand that you're an idiot.
That's right. I always felt so angry when there was too much to process at once, and everything had happened at the logging site. The heat, the stench of the harvesters, the tension between Olga and Cornell, and cut with a knife, almost sent me into some kind of frenzy. What's the matter? She asked. We can use our high rage to tell her about how angry we are, or we can admit that we're helpless in this situation.
Angry.
Yeah.
Angry. Angry only. Angry only run. We're definitely angry.
I'm so fucking angry at what I saw. I took a deep breath. Then I remember what Olga had told me. All that mystical stuff. And I said that I'm destined to save the day. I shook my head. It's a lot to take in. And there was that foul smell back there. She looked at me with a weird expression. What smell? She asked. Because of our high rage, we go, look, the smell's not the point, man. Of all the things I told you asked about a smell, I huffed. I'm trying to understand what's going on here. Because the press is friendly, she says, I think I know what's going on, she instantly, but I don't think that I should be the one explaining it to you. I looked at her and raised my eyebrow questioningly. She looked hurt. Oh, yeah. I thought she'd been hurt by my outburst. Yeah, she went from friendly to sympathetic. You'll learn your own time if you stay here long enough, she said, clearly wanting to drop the topic. What did she mean? Or we can lose one rage to let it go.
What do you think we should do in this situation?
She knows something about our destiny, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the route we should.
Yeah, what's she mean? What do you mean? I asked, getting irritated. Just told you, you'll learn in time or not at all, which would frankly be better. Anyway, I gotta run. So I watched her leave. I thought that whatever my destiny had surely manifested itself that day, I guess I'd made some progress. Plus one willpower. I jumped right in the middle of a very tense situation, and at the very least upset the status quo. I just hope I hadn't made things worse. Walked on in silence. Time to regroup. Anya came back soon after me. I lost sight of you, she said apologetically. I'm glad you made it back in one piece. So, how was your day, Anya asked. I think if I remember, this is like the end of the day thing, and I think we talked about all these things, but I appreciate the first option here, and the one I'm going to pick is, well, I got maced.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
I got maced, I grinned. It's my first time. Do not recommend. 1 out of 5 stars. Oh shit, are you alright, Anya asked? I'll live, I shrugged. I fought with the police. I got a few bruises, I said, and thought an explanation was due. I fought with the police. You did what? Why? Anya was shocked. You know what it is. Sometimes things just happen. I smiled unsuredly. I learned a lot. Did you know the government supported the logging even though it was illegal? I shared my dismay. I just nodded solemnly. Yeah, I read about it. Why didn't you tell me? We have a lot going on, she shrugged. I met a lot of new people. That's a very interesting people, I said, still excited. Yeah, they look like a colorful bunch, Anya grinned. Maybe you could introduce me later? Sure are passionate. They argue between themselves more than they argue with the loggers, I added. That was all I wanted to share. I shrugged. Just another day in Bioveza. Sat for a while. You know, there's more to see here than Bioveza, Anya said, looking over travel guide. Porgozelsi. I'm so glad they have pronunciation guides for these. Budi, Taramiski, Tserlonka. There's something interesting in every village. An open-air museum, some kind of folk university, the bison. Maybe you'd like to see something more than the logging? We can give in to our rage and say, I didn't care. Fuck other villages. Or we could say, well, we can't see everything.
Oh. Part of me is like, yeah, screw the other villages. We got this. We have this one track we're on, but I wonder if there actually is a written up story for like going and seeing other places.
I don't know. I don't know how much this branches, so.
You know what? We're the chosen one. We're here to mess with this forest, but for good.
Yeah, I didn't care. Frankly, sightseeing's not why I came here, I said. Right now, the most important thing we should care about is the logging. How's that search for your roots going on? You couldn't stay silent for long. We can either share what we learned or say we didn't want to discuss it.
Sure, we learned. Anya's still friendly, and we drug her here for.
Well, Anya was sympathetic, but now Anya's friendly. They say that I'm sort of the chosen one, I said. They keep telling me there's some cryptic destiny I have to fulfill. Wow, Anya looked impressed. Honestly, I'm not sure what to think, but if you need something, just let me know. I was tired. Just sat there looking through the window. The day had been full on, and I was exhausted. Didn't even notice when I fell asleep. I can do anything. It's quiet now. Yet deep down inside, I know deep down inside something isn't right. I run, I keep walking, or I can lose one rage to sneak.
Run, let's go.
Hell yeah. Running through the forest to the logging site. It's getting dark, the light seeps away as though there are millions of tiny punch holes in the sky which can escape, and the darkness starts to pour in. Do we welcome the darkness, or do we know what we will see?
Know what we will see, you know. It's a dream, it's cryptic, we don't have to deal with that.
And I see bodies strewn on the ground, bloodied, maimed, with their limbs torn from destroyed torsos, and I see some of them are still alive, still struggling for air, still trying to live. They are all trees, fallen trees, still alive, struggling for air. We can say, and there's the stench. We can say, I see movement in the darkness, or we can say, but I'm not alone.
Let's go after the stench. I'm kind of curious what that's all about.
Again, for whatever reason, I cannot remember what the bad god and Werewolf the Apocalypse is, but it does create a stench that werewolves can smell, that normal people don't notice. That's like corruption of the natural world.
The unfortunateness is I actually didn't play werewolf, the actual werewolf part of this myself, so I'm a bit at a loss for that particular.
Yeah, see, and werewolf is the only one I cared about, so I checked out some of the others, but you know, like I had all the other books, but werewolf was the only one I really cared about the lore of. You know, that's fine. We'll get into the stench. Let's do it. We can see that there's something wrong here. I can smell them. The stench is dark, rancid, putrid. There are monsters at the edge of the forest. They have long skeletal arms. They are wrapped in glistening black intestines, and each arm has a wide, gaping mandible full of whirling blades. They snap at me blindly. Because of our brave, I feel rage pumping through me like molten lava, bubbling from the ground through my feet, up my legs, through my chest to my head, and I suddenly explode. I charge. With a howl of joy and anticipation, I run towards the shapes and start to destroy. I bite off heads, I tear off arms. I am a force of nature, unstoppable. And then I wake up and gain 1 health. I gasp and bolted upright. It says we have a new goal, find out what's happening to me. I gasped and bolted upright. I was alone. The sun was setting, and in the deep red light, the room looked like it was bathed in blood. My pillow was on the ground, gutted, and the duvet was in shreds. The air was full of tiny feathers dancing in the draft from the window. What the fuck was going on?
That hotel's gonna love you. The hostel you're staying at.
Oh, yeah. Chapter 3, Standoff. We have time for at least one more chapter if they're all about this length. I need to talk. Couldn't get back to sleep. Since I'd arrived in this accursed village, things are getting stranger and stranger with every passing hour. And now I'd ripped a pillow in half in my sleep. Nothing about it was normal. I needed to talk it over with someone I trusted. Okay. We can, because Olga's loyal, we can say I thought about Olga. Because Lisa's sympathetic, we can say Lisa crossed my mind. Because Anya's friendly, we can say Anya was in it from the start. Or the problem is that I didn't trust anybody.
Olga probably will give you actual answers. The others seem like they're not going to actually like assist you on that.
Alright, yeah, let's not talk about Olga. Olga was local and she knew a lot about what was going on. Despite her brusque manner, she seemed to accept me. Sun had just set and the moon wasn't up yet. I started walking. Forest loomed on the horizon. The activist camp was somewhere there. I soon ran into Anya. Oh, Maya, good to see you, she said. We need to talk. I was all ears. I'm worried about you. Since we got here, you look distressed, she explained with a sigh. I've asked around, and it seems you're associated with some dangerous people. They know something about me, something I don't know, I answered, and I need that information. We can say, and I could use some support. She could come with me if she wanted, but I had to go alone.
Get support. Well, I think we've done as much as we can on our own.
Sure, why not? Yeah, come with me, Anya. Anya's now loyal, because we trust her. To be honest, I could really use some support, I sighed. Would you come with me? Anya smiled. Sure, sister. And we walked together. All together now. The camp had a different vibe than the logging site protests. There were more people here. We looked around, trying to take it all in. They're coming and coming. Anya laughed, excited. The people in camp seemed quite cheerful. The smells were intriguing. I watched them for a moment, or someone was singing.
The smells.
Smells. Yeah. Oh, the smells. They were tense. I could smell some bacon in the air. People were milling about, setting up camp, singing, preparing posters. It was a joint effort, and I was hungry. Someone growled. I was hungry. I looked around. I definitely needed to talk to someone about what was going on, about what I felt. Because of our high rage, you can say I needed to see Olga, but we also have the option to say Cornell was there as well. Good for Cornell.
Good for Cornell.
Don't care.
Yeah, good for Cornell.
Good for Cornell being there. Came there looking for Olga, and I soon spotted her. Well, hello again, she greeted me. Didn't expect to see you here so soon, actually. She gave me a long, hard look. Didn't expect to see you again at all. Tried to rise above it. I snapped at her. Or we can spend one willpower to join in the friendly banter and lose one rage.
Do you want to be less angry? It's really, yeah. We'll banter. We're trying to make at least an impression with this group, right?
Sure, yeah. Sure, I'll join the banter.
I think we need meat shields when things finally get real bad and we have to, blow up this logging place.
Aren't you just a ray of fucking sunshine, I said with a broad smile. And because our rage is now balanced, it says, to my surprise, she started to laugh. Her face softened. What brings you up here, kid? She asked after a beat. You can say we're angry or confused.
Angry.
Always angry.
Always angry.
I'm angry, I said simply. I'm angry about what you told me, about my history, the forest, and logging. I don't like being angry and not doing something about it. I like your attitude, she said. We need anger to do things that are hard, always. It's the force that moves us forward and helps us survive. She broke off and bit her lip. What do you want to do about it? We can say I wanted to smash things, or we can spend a willpower to say that we don't want anything violent. Well, I don't believe that's true.
Yes. The immediately we scoff at the second answer.
Yes, I want to do something. I said anything. I want to feel like I'm doing something that has meaning, that will change what happens. I feel like I could smash those harvesters with a hammer. Do you have a hammer? Everyone expected something from me, and I couldn't just be an observer anymore. She looked at me. Her eyes were a weird color, like dark honey or molasses. I might, she said, but I need your support, because Cornell will try to push his own agenda. A tipping point. They all wanted to do something that night, but after a whole day's discussion, they were divided on what to do. 3 for one option, 3 for the other. I had the deciding vote. We could go back to town and follow Cornell's plan to be docile, or we could follow Olga's plan and do a preemptive strike. Well, I think I know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Prep.
Our options have gotten very, very simple very, very quickly.
Hooligan, you voted for the more aggressive plan. Hell yeah, I did. I voted for direct action, and soon we were on our way to the logging site. We had some harvesters to deface. Anya tagged along, or I asked Anya to go home.
Let's not get Anya hurt. Uh, but that's a tricky one because you think Anya would be upset if we told her to bail?
Well, yeah, the difference is it says Anya tagged along. Like, it's not us asking Anya to come with us. She's tagging along because she wants to come. Whereas we're actively telling her to go away.
In that case, it's Anya's fault if Anya gets hurt. Let's believe Anya.
Bring you tag along. This is so exciting, Anya whispered. I've never done anything so illegal. Oh. Just a group of dark silhouettes running through the night. The moon was hidden behind the clouds. I wish there was more light. I walked carefully, or I hid in the shadows.
Hide in the shadows.
I was glad about that. Gracious for the shadows that were hiding us. Oh, man. It's lowering our rage. A new moon would have been better. So I preferred a new moon, a total darkness that no one saw us, but bakers can't be choosers. We soon reached the logging site. That did up our willpower, though. We'd soon reached the logging site, and I knew we were there only because I voted for direct action. I made a difference. Olga stood in the middle of the clearing, looking at the harvester. She had a backpack on her shoulder. When she moved, I heard a metallic clatter coming from inside it. Let's get going, she said. She looked different in the dark. She seemed more angular, broader. I couldn't wait, or suddenly I had second thoughts. No. I snuck all the way out here. I don't want to do it.
You know what? No second thoughts.
Yeah, I could not wait.
We barely have first thoughts.
Yeah, let's smash something, I agreed. I'll reach in her backpack. She tossed something my way. It wasn't a hammer, but a can of spray paint, red. I grinned at her, or I looked at Anya.
Look at Anya. Let's see what she's doing.
Anya and I exchanged glances and nodded. We were ready. Glanced over my shoulder and saw Cornell staring at me. Hope you know what you're doing, he whispered. Because our rage is low, we can ask him to elaborate, or we can spend a willpower to let that slide.
Elaborate. I want to see what he's because he's the one that wants to not to do this anyways.
So what could we do better next time? I asked him to elaborate. We could vote for a plan that actually help the forest, Cornell rolled her eyes. Volka noticed the tension between us. People know I'm right, she said, looking Cornell straight in the eye. You should have noticed that the first time you came here. Plan will destroy lives, he answered. I asked them to stop, or I took a step back.
No, we started a fight. Let them fight, amongst themselves. Step back. Make it their problem.
Yeah. Pat sighed, exasperated. Yeah, you know something about that, don't you? He turned to her, surprised with a hurt expression, but before he could answer, Olga interrupted. Let's get to it. We sneaked on.
That gave us no information at all.
Be careful and quiet, said Lisa. She also looked different. There was camo facepaint on her broad cheekbones. There are some guards nearby. I'll take care of them. And with that, she left. Because of our low rage, the harvester loomed in the night, now more than ever reminding me of some distorted, terrible creature straight from a horror movie. Their black cables glistened and pulsed in the moonlight, and the stench hit me like a slap in the face. I shook the can. Let go of the first blotch of paint. Landed on the side of the harvester. For a moment, I thought the machine shuddered like I'd wounded it. A sudden wave of fear rose in my throat. It would turn. It would crush me. I shook the feeling off. I planned to work carefully. I focused on my senses. Or because of our low rage, I kept looking over my shoulder.
Focus on our senses. Let's see what they give us.
Yeah. Gives us a point of spiritual. Stench was fouler here. Something must have crept underneath the harvester and died there, I thought. I gritted my teeth and started to work. I couldn't stand the stench, or we can spend a willpower to block the smell.
We got the willpower.
Alright. Lisa's now friendly. Trying to block the smell, I focused on the inside and just started painting whatever shapes came to my mind. What are you writing? Lisa asked, joining me. Tried to act cool, but she looked shaken by my graffiti. Just some abstract tags, I murmured, not sure I was ready to show that there were symbols in my dreams. Don't lie to me, she said. They're pretty explicit and on point. Eventually, our work from the night was done. I wrote Save the Forest in every language I know, said Anya, evidently proud of herself. I might also have Google translated a few more. I looked at the defaced harvesters. I was proud of us. I was proud of what we accomplished. And I contributed to it, +1 willpower. Perhaps it was my destiny to win this war? Paint was slowly drying in the hot night air. Shouts in the night. We stopped for a minute to admire our work, and in that moment everything was still and quiet. The air smelled of spray paint. The harvesters looked stupid and helpless. They're so stupid. How dare you have spray paint on you? You're so stupid. Oh shit. The stillness was broken. Hey, what are you? What the fuck? Oh shit. Shit. Panic Anya. The guards. I cracked my knuckles. Give us +1 rage. I tried to calm Anya down with our low rage, or we could expend a willpower to completely remove our rage and say this is not a good moment to panic.
We knock heads. That's our specialty. Let's get at it.
That's right. We get an extra point of rage now. Took a few fast breaths and cracked my knuckles. I was ready. I looked at the guards. The guards were coming, and technically we were destroying property. But they were destroying the forest. Look at the silhouettes between the trees and their headlights, their batons and all the gear. I realized they didn't belong here. They were wrong. I was ready to confront them. With our balanced rage, they should listen to reason, or we can let the forest speak through me.
Yeah. Let the forest speak through you. I think we can get ourselves some spiritualism.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, indeed we did. Took a step towards the guards. You shouldn't be here, I said, feeling the force around me. I was more than Maya, I realized. For the men in front of me, I wasn't Maya at all. I was a dark shape, between even darker shapes. I was the voice of the forest. Men like you walking in a place like this in the middle of the night, it's unwise. One of them laughed nervously. Is that a threat? You threatening us, girl? Uncle laughed from behind my back. Oh, you have no idea how threatening we are. I took a step forward. I tried to empathize. I looked at Olga. Oh, we're going in. We're going in. Yeah. Took a step forward. I'd go home if I were you, I said. You can still have a pleasant evening. Job's a job, said the one closest to me, a grim shape who pointed his flashlight right into my eyes. We're calling the police. Don't move. I crossed my arms. I'd like to see you try, I grinned. We had numbers after all. He paused, unsure, and in that instant the phone flew out of his hand. I don't know how Kim got behind him, but they were there chuckling mockingly. Oh, sorry, did you want to call someone? I turned around and punched them right in the face. The man turned around and punched them right in the face. They didn't even flinch, and then they grabbed the man, lifted him up, and threw him at the other guards. I grinned and joined the fight, or it was too much for me. I ran.
This doesn't feel like a fight if they're able to like bodily pick them up and chuck them. But you know, in for a penny, we've already started this. Let's join the fight.
Hell yeah!
This is just a job.
This scene is called Night Fight. Night Fight! The clearing shattered like a broken window into sharp pieces, its edges cut clean by rays of flashlight swirling in the darkness. One piece, a shout. Another. A silhouette leaping, a dodge, a grunt, a punch, a cry. Curses in 3 different languages. I danced between the pieces, balancing on the edges. I body slammed into one of the men and he stumbled. I roared. Because of our balanced rage, we can prepare for his reaction. or we can lure him to the forest. Let the forest take care of him.
Jeez. Lure him into the forest. We're suddenly becoming the villain.
We got another point of spiritual. Whatever my connection with the forest was, it was a good time to use it. I laughed at him and ran towards the trees. He came after me, blinded by anger, and tripped on a root sticking out of the ground and fell with a loud thud. Flashlight shone his way. Anya screamed and grabbed my arm. I saw blood. Blood on his head. Blood on the stone next to his head. Blood on the ground, dark and fresh. We can gain one rage and say, a victory. We killed this man. Hell yeah. We can say, he had it coming. Or we can lose a rage and say, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean it.
No, we're the angriest.
I know. I knew the forest was angry, but I didn't think he was murdery angry. Yeah, this is a victory. Excellent, a victory. I turned away from the man to look for another target. Then I heard a shout. She killed him, one of the men shouted, the horror clear in his voice. He used a flashlight in my face, blinding me. Because of our now high rage, we can grab the flashlight, we can yell to scare him, or we can cover our eyes and go, no, no, I'm a little baby.
Take the flashlight.
I mean, free flashlight, right?
Free flashlight.
Yeah. I moved towards him and grabbed the flashlight, but the guy was strong and we started to struggle. A second later, I noticed a huge silhouette behind him. It looked at me and its eyes were glowing. Leave her alone, it growled, and I recognized the voice. Was it Olga? It was Olga. She was bulging, muscles growing bigger, bones getting longer. She let out a joyous roar and grabbed the man and slashed him with her claws. I felt the surge of adrenaline. My nostrils flared and I heard myself growling. I shook my head. Something warm landed on my face. More blood. Howls, terrified screams. Anya looked at me, panicked. What do we do? Man screamed again and pointed a gun at Olga. We could expend a point of willpower to attack Olga because she's turning into a monster. That doesn't seem like what we're doing. Because of our high rage, we can attack the man with a gun. Or we can expend a point of willpower to run away.
Yeah, we can get ourselves shot. That's fine. Let's go that route.
Yeah, attack the man with a gun. Love it. I acted on instinct. I zeroed in on the man pointing the gun and launched myself at him. Gunshot tore through the night. And there was only pain. Yep, we got shot. We lost 2 health. We got very shot. The pain was unbearable. Nothing in my life prepared me for this. Do we want to lash out blindly, or are we not ready to go?
Lash out blindly. We're
We've
now
maxed out our brave. Blinded by the blood in my eyes and my shoulder and chest burning, I went berserk. I shouted. I shrugged my arms blindly and I howled. I was done fighting. We lost our last point of health. Forest caught my fall with a bed of moss and twigs. I stopped thrashing and cold numbness engulfed me. I gave up, or we used our willpower to say, no, I tried to get up.
Yeah, we're already out of health. Let's be out of willpower too.
Yeah, we gotta get up, man. Gotta get up. Punched the earth trying to get some feeling in my hands. I gritted my teeth and tried to get up. I collapsed again. I felt so cold. Suddenly there was light. I looked up. The full moon. Ooh. It looked different. Luna in her full glory. Yeah. The moon was a goddess and she noticed me. Get up, she said. I got up. I get up. I feel good. I know that I shouldn't, but I don't remember why. I don't care. We can stretch to get a health back. We can breathe to get an additional rage. We can see our mind is clear to get a willpower. Oh, it says we're now Krynos. We have gone full werewolf.
Oh, excellent. Be angry then.
No, we're nearly dead. I think we should use our werewolf regeneration to heal a little bit.
Ah, fine.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna stretch. Condition
That's
healthy. My muscles are cramped, sore and cramped, so I stretch like I never stretched before. My arms are longer. Oh, we're gonna do all three of them, okay. Arms are longer, my legs are stronger, my heart's pumping, and I feel like my whole life is packed into a box and I've finally been set free. I breathe. Take a breath and feel my ribs and muscles move. The forest smells of blood and fear and excitement. I'm happy. I laugh happily, and others' laughter joins me. We laugh and sing to the moon. My mind is clear. Clearer than it's ever been before. I see the world in sharp contrasts of black and white. Movement and stillness. I smell prey. I hear language in the hooting of owls, the whistling of the wind, and the snarling of the wolves. My fate has found me. Something touches my leg. I look down. A small malformed creature sticking something sharp in the muscles of my thigh. Creature's no threat to me, but its presence is annoying. The smell almost sends me reeling, and I don't like being pricked. I rip its head off, I stick my hand in it, or I push it away. All these will spend rage, but all seems important.
uh, stick your hand in it.
Yeah. Just shove our hand through this person, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
Easy. I reach out and stick my fingers in the creature's belly. When I pull my hand back out, there are strings attached to it. Creature pulls the strings and dances like a marionette, and for a moment it's funny, and then I lose interest. My ears prick and I hear more creatures moving blindly through the bushes. I feel better. I'm regenning. My leg no longer stings, and it feels better than ever before. We can say, pray, hunt, or is this a dream? I didn't become
Is this a dream?
What? I didn't become a werewolf to not murder people. Come on. You really want to question what we're doing?
Again, I don't believe that we have first thoughts, let alone second ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna hunt.
I smell prey and I start hunting. They do not see me as I move silently through the undergrowth. Creatures are running away, their backs turned to me. A growl escapes from between my teeth and one of them turns my way. It challenges me. I attack, I roar, or I just look at it.
Full on attack.
Hell yeah. Don't skip a beat as I lunge at it and close my jaws on its head. The taste is sweet. Piercing light burns my eyes. I hear more creatures coming my way. They want to hurt me. I fight them all. I strike them one by one and lose one rage. Or I run away and lose a willpower.
Wait. No, stay angry.
I'm taking them all on.
Yeah.
The more I attack them as they slowly stumble, trying to understand what's happening. There's sharp noises, sudden flashes, and the air smells of fire and singed hair, and it hurts. They hurt me. I bite and I punch and I roar. A new smell? Hell yeah. Floor my nostrils and there's a new smell. Something's coming. The creatures? No, something else. Something moving among the trees. Suddenly I'm surrounded by them. I think I know them. They seem familiar. It's like I met them in the past, but they were hidden. They close in on me. What do they want? I defend myself and lose one rage. I keep them away and lose one rage. Or expend a willpower and a rage and wait.
Let's wait.
I relax and wait for them unflinching. They approach me and sniff the air. Their smells are overwhelmingly familiar. Once the people had sounds attached to them, now I realize that sounds were not their true names. Run with us, they say. And we run. I howl with joy, or I run away.
Howl with joy.
Woo, buddy. We howl with joy, and everything hears us, trembles with fear. And then we run through the forest and through the night. I got lost in the moment and pay no attention to the others. I'm alone in the heart of the forest. Look up and see no moon, only clouds and tangled branches. Something changes. Something changed, and I realized how tired I was. I stumbled. Darkness. Nothing was okay. The night sky was full of stars. I opened my eyes. Confused, I opened my eyes. The forest around me was thick and dark. The tree trunks wrapped tightly in dark-leaved ivy, covered in ripples of lichen, where the vines hadn't taken hold. The thorny, leafless bushes at their base were overrun with nettles. The fungi radiated with a ghoulish, sickly green light. Dark sponge-like mushrooms clung to the fallen trees. I tried to breathe. I was cold, or something was wrong.
Something's wrong. What do you think?
Yeah, something's wrong. Couldn't shake the feeling something wasn't right. I mean, I'm not a cool werewolf anymore. I looked down and saw my hand covered in a dark substance. I was naked. Sticky, glistening film of liquid clinging to my skin. I could feel my face, my hair, blood. I felt something waking in my chest, a long, guttural scream. I knew what was coming. I remembered my dream and slowly lifted my eyes. Dead bodies were strewn around. The severed head right in front of me. We can feel sick and gain a rage. We can wince. You can lose a willpower to wince and touch the severed head.
I think we should just stay angry.
Yeah, let's get our rage back. Now that we're a werewolf, all of our stats have increased to 5, by the way.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
So instead of 5 rage, we have... Instead of 3 rage, we have 5. Instead of... etc., etc. Face was contorted, bulging. The mouth open, tongue stuck out. It was obscene. I doubled over, retching. I recognized that face. It was one of the security guards, the one I'd argued with. It was my fault. I screamed and gained a rage. I cried, or I crumpled and lose a rage.
Scream.
Yeah, I did the right thing. No! I let out a long, blood-curdling scream. The night swallowed it. Olga's loyal. The bushes rustled, and a moment later I saw Olga coming out between the trees. She looked at me, at my head, and my face. She came closer and squatted beside me. It's okay. She patted my shoulder. You're a werewolf. Easy. Done. Exclamation over. I looked at her. I blinked. Everything faded to black. Great. All right.
You are a creature of the night and this and that. No, just dude.
Hey, dude, you're a werewolf. It's cool. Everyone rips off a few heads. It's not a big deal.
Just the growing pains of being a werewolf. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So we're in a new chapter. Do we want to try to do it, or do we want to call it here?
Let's call it here, since we're finally a werewolf.
We're finally a werewolf! Let's move on to art time, then. We are definitely finally werewolf. Getting maced 1 out of 5. Do not recommend. Yeah, exactly. Be ungovernable. Yes. Also, I do approve. Everyone should be werewolves in their dreams.
I think with our time, what we have learned is if you stay angry, everything works out in the end.
Yeah. It's great. Anger's great. I think that, as we contemplate this story, I think that's something we should definitely think about, how great anger is. Anger. It's great. If you get really mad,
it's great.
If you get really mad, you might get shot, turn into a werewolf, and then rip the head off the person who shot you.
My favorite part is if we both knew that this wasn't going to be a werewolf story, and you guys are like, if this character was just a regular person, we've caused so much trouble just to get shot in the woods instantly and die.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how it be. That was our destiny, to get shot in the woods and die.
Dude,
our destiny.
The chosen one of getting shot in the woods and die.
Yeah. I am the chosen one of getting shot in the woods and dying. That's me.
What have we learned from this?
We've learned that direct action rules, because if you do direct action, you become a werewolf.
Fair.
I mean, that's just facts. We've learned that there were a lot of other cool tourist things we could have did, but we decided to go pull people's entrails out instead. We had a whole list of cool tourist activities, and we're like, I'd kind of like to murder some people.
I do, man. The story, if we went the other route, or just the main character and Anya antiquing for the next 2 chapters.
Yeah, this would be nice. Maybe we'd find a glaive and then we'd fight Olga. We're like, there could be a third way. I'll cut you with this silver knife. I'm a centrist. And then we murder all the leftists. That's how you do it.
Oh, dang.
Politics.
I'll choose werewolf, thank you.
Yeah.
Politics or werewolf? Give me werewolf.
Yeah. I mean, there seems to be a lot of politics in this game. This is a game with politics. You can just take your stylus on that white space and just write the word politics right there. That's this game. But yeah. Thank you. Oh, whoa. Where we go. That's right, werewolf and politics. Our new show. We're gonna rename it.
Our new show. See you next time for Werewolf and Politics.
Yeah, see you next time for Werewolf Politics. Go home, contemplate what you have seen here, and enjoy werewolf and enjoy politics. Bye-bye.